Hello. So first off, I want to ask: is the stream properly now to slay the princess on the on the
page? Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because my stream elements is not saying that, so I just wanted to make sure. Get rid of that death counter. That's not how many times we died on this one.
Yeah,
anyway.
Alas, I'm pretty sure like the link is stuck as Dark Souls just because how Twitch links work.
Yeah. But... welcome back to Slay the Princess. Last time we chose originally to slay the princess, got bodied, walked away, and then we got cheated out of an ending, but then we decided to save her. And then it kind of just went crazy at that point onto that. Safe to say, I'm very invested in this game very quickly. I cannot wait to play more now. I think the best one I can see is from Jokin, who, alright, okay, I'm gonna slay the princess. Damn, the princess got hands. You're not wrong.
By the way, also, screen share.
Oh, yeah, right, thank you.
So unless shenanigans ensue, we'll most likely be able to finish a playthrough this session. So I'm gonna ask this now. Pat, what do you think is going on?
Okay, so it is, if I had to take a Eyeball theory, I think whoever the princess is definitely some kind of primordial god onto that got her memory erased or something like that, and we're slowly piecing her back together. Narrator might be like a fractured part of our psyche or something like that doesn't want her to reform, but I'm kind of in the camp of me and this deity are kind of in the same boat right now. We don't know really who's each other with, but let's help each other for right now until we actually find out who we are. And I'm going to assume the ending is influenced very much by what vessels you ever give her onto that for it, so...
Alright.
Yeah.
As we roll down the list, we have Spectre, who turned into Wrath. We have Damsel and Witch.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? I thought it was Wraith, not Wrath.
Wraith, yeah.
And I'm disappointed. Apparently, I missed out on Tower from what I hear onto that.
Yes.
Yes, which you unfortunately cannot get that again in this playthrough.
Yeah, so we'll keep doing more playthroughs to see. I don't know exactly the extent of, like, how getting all the endings work and stuff like that. I feel like, for a bare minimum, I want to see every princess onto that for it. I don't know about how much of going for all the endings, because I don't know how much that scope is yet until after we finish a playthrough, but...
Yeah. I only did my one playthrough and got a pretty satisfying ending from that, which is why most of my other experiences have been watching streams.
You make your way. We're not...
Alright.
Ignore.
The interior... You take the
blade
from the table.
Alright.
What are we gonna do this time?
The door to the basement...
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Oh, it's...
Okay, that was weird. Yeah, it wasn't a joke. I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk. What? No, yeah, it wasn't a joke.
I know. You brought a knife with you and everything. But you don't have to try and kill me. You could always toss that scrap of metal to the ground and give the two of us a chance to talk things out.
She makes a compelling point. What if we didn't kill her? What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her.
Okay, the post of the day was the, okay, I'm gonna slay the princess, damn, the princess got hands on JoJo on that, what? Stop it!
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an against your better judgment. You step forward
Okay.
to speak with the princess face to face.
Is it because you have autoplay as well? Or
Maybe.
Might be.
Oh,
check your
have you
settings.
decided what to do with?
Yeah. You locked away. I'm getting you out of here. Let's do that.
Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
If there... key, I'm gonna check upstairs. Maybe the key's lying around. Thanks for breaking free. Yeah.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into
I
place.
feel like we've been here
There's,
before.
like-
Have we?
Someone else here.
I
They
mean,
would
she
be like,
wasn't as
"No."
abrasive last time we did this,
Your shouts
so...
and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess!
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the
Big ol' eyes.
massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm.
I try to
through the
remember. Did
iron.
we get this in half?
She didn't so much as utter a sound.
Not quite.
Yeah, because like
From-
it's
from
similar
As
to
the
another.
princess turns to face
Yeah,
you.
no,
her
you
fierce
think of
gaze
Damsel where we
into your
didn't even
eyes.
bring the knife with us
How is
before.
she so composed after
But we
losing
brought
an
the
arm?
knife this
It's
time.
like she isn't even bothered by
Oh
it.
no.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom
No.
stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
I feel like we've been here before.
This
Have we
isn't
been here
fair. You
before?
can't just do that. Watch me.
The water.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it! Stop resisting me! I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Say the princess. Say the princess. Say the princess. Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
This princess changes a lot. I know. This base one.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease.
See, that's
Her
different.
face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
I got plenty more of these in me. Chapter 2, The Prisoner.
Ba-da-ba-da.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin, you're here
Is
to...
the woods.
Oh,
Princess,
boy, she
we've been
will
here
lie.
before.
She will cheat. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Did you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't. Wink. Stick close and focus on the princess.
Gavin didn't change at all this time. I forget, did the cabin outside change on
The
part 2?
cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat.
Not
and more
usually
like a
with
dungeon.
part 2.
It's part 3 that usually
Wisps
changes?
of
Okay.
starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone. You walk up. What are you talking?
There's...
You reach for, and now it's gone.
No, okay,
If he doesn't
nothing
want us to
different.
know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Were we not the first?
What's this one look like?
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the
She
princess.
small?
She looks up at you, the heavy
All
collar around her
chains.
neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Not sure I'm gonna need to do anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm just gonna suit for.
You step towards the princess.
Hi.
She stops you before
Aye.
you get too close, holding up one shackled
Stop.
hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
That's where you told to
You
sit.
do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
What intention? I mean,
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, so I'm afraid my only way out is surgical removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck? Or does she think she'd survive a beheading? You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her. Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
Been here before, am I?
Oh? Are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
So you've already been here. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion.
Tried that, didn't exactly
The
work.
situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else. I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck. If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably. I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary, even. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright? Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark? The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that. I won't. Just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
This one's going on for a while. Okay, there we go. What happened after I died last time?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them. And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows? It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
How am I supposed to get you out? I didn't notice your neck is in a shackle too.
No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that. She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't. Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you. Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us. So, what should we do? I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons. Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you. That doesn't sound great. What about the pros?
None.
There are none. The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
What? The other chain on the wall. Who's that for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
Fit the shackle. You realize your prison is just you. I'm not giving you the weapon. You gun. You tried to kill me last time. I want to leave. I'm going to get. I think I'm actually gonna.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. And why is that? Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle, and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is? And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it? I don't know. Maybe it will. He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate. But what if he's telling the truth? He isn't. I am.
He.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next. What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad? Yes,
Hell.
it's bad. Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time. Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck. And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement.
It's a magical fucking lock.
Excuse me? Yes? Are we stuck here now? Yes.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
What are we supposed to do now? Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve. That's horrible. It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information. Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch? No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
Yep. Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not. No. Nope.
That's rude. You and the princess wait in silence.
What was that last
though
question
neither
you
of
asked?
knows what you're waiting for.
How much of a small talk are
You're
you?
waiting for something. You're waiting for anything. This is so
Waiting for something to
boring.
happen?
There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing. But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent. At least the world is safe. It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything. But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there. Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it. How exactly does that work? It just does. But your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again. And let me guess, the cabin remains the same. If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work. I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there. But then they get larger and larger.
I don't like small talk, remember?
Still rude. You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls. That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode. She hasn't starved. I guess she hasn't. Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass, until suddenly there are no walls. And then... And... I think he's gone.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us. So this is the outside world. It's cold.
Huh.
Never got that ending for you?
No.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, I never did the prisoner route ever.
Hmm.
Waiting.
Where did she go?
Waiting. Waiting.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
Listen to red stare to my reflection. Do I see more of me?
Is you're
Unraveled.
unread.
Looks a little
Caca.
like the beast from what you call it? Over the Garden Wall.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Also, I am patiently waiting till I'm able to get this song, be able to listen to this song normally onto it. I love this track when you are.
Oh yeah, the Long Quiet is such a good track.
Yeah, I want to be. I want to finish a playthrough so I can actually go and listen to this track on YouTube. You think there are people out there?
It doesn't matter if there are. People are frail and impermanent. You and I are the only things that interest me.
What happened after the basement eroded wide open? After that, the narrator left, and she was just like, "So this is the outside world. It's cold." And then that was the end of the route, pretty much on that.
Yeah. Cabin eroded, and look at that, Princess is outside the cabin.
Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist. This one is determined, but also cautious. One that would rather let the world move around her than move it herself. She will make for a patient heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be. No, the point of awakening is to find out.
When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator. He wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does. I don't know why, but I know for a fact he does. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. He does, and when I find him, I'm gonna finally have some answers. When he does, I'm going to kill him. I'm gonna finally have some answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
One.
Oh!
Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
We're gonna have to fight when this is all over. Do you really want me to bring you the last vessel?
Conflict is my nature. There is nothing I want more than to finally perceive the shape of myself from every angle, and to turn that shape on you. But not all fights end in destruction, just as not all conversations end in peace.
If this is the last stage of your completion, then I'm not gonna go back to stay here. Alright, I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
One thing I do gotta say that I really like about I love the whole idea with her of like the hands and basically
You're on
like
a path
the eyes
in the
covering
woods.
the hands covering the
And at
eyes
the
and
end
like
of that
she's
path,
moving the mouth
there's a
with
Oh,
her
yeah.
hand kind of deal. It's such a cool visual.
Oh,
I really
It's a
like.
Yeah,
Like you're here.
the true
Slave.
one effectively manipulating the vessel is such a cool visual.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short.
Alright.
The interior of the camp.
Enter basement without knife.
The door to the basement.
Yeah, I think I'd be a slave.
You must have the wrong address.
Great job. You've given away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
Hello.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Okay.
Yeah, she does look a little different this time on that. What's your name?
Oh,
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
Mario. Princess?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like. I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
Don't know anything about it. Kingman, I said I was here. Apparently, you're gonna end the world.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
I was hoping you'd tell me. Don't think it. What are you going to do if I let you out of here?
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
What I do doesn't really matter, right? At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. I don't trust that, and I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about. Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to? We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person. and a subjugating monarch, no less.
She's a monarch, so of course she's evil.
I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you locked us down here for a reason. If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant. Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
I won't kill you, but I can't set you free. It's too risky. What if I say you'll get me company then? Can keep you in place for a little bit. We can know each other better. This one.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out. So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help. But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
You have to make a...
Okay, let's get you out of here. Let's get you out of here.
You can't be serious.
Thank you. Thank you. You won't regret this, I promise.
You're making a huge mistake. No, I think you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall.
This is gonna make us go through the same thing again.
Okay.
I actually don't know what happens since you already have damsels, so
Yeah.
we'll see where this deflects you to.
You make your way to the bottom of the...
Oh, slay the princess!
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down and
Well,
plunge
answers
it
that
into the
question.
princess's back.
Which, given you already got
Need
Witch, I
to
wonder where
research
this
the
leads.
Okay,
I
there's no
we
going
have an
back
idea.
now.
We'll
I'm
see.
with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole
I
time?
wasn't planning to!
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back.
I saved you as many times as I
But still
could!
alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room.
The
and
game's
meets
called
your
Slay the
eyes with
Princess.
velocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
Ooh, I think I may actually know where this goes. I'm
Thought we
gonna
had
shut
the
it now.
upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you.
Bite you.
I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm. Your blade cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw. Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
Slay the princess!
Your nerves are seizing with pain. You know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
Reset the camera real quick. Real quick. Okay. Give up. Run for the stairs. This will not end well. This one at all.
I don't think either one would.
I feel it. Give up might be honestly the better option. So.
Are you serious? As what's left of your blood pools around you on the cobblestone floor, the blade falls from your trembling hands and clatters uselessly against the ground. I suppose you simply lacked the will to finish the job. The princess, wounded but still alive,
Oh, no.
nervously jumps at the blade and kicks it far away from you before retreating into a dark corner.
You don't bite? Yes, you do!
Shining eyes watch you from the darkness, unblinking and curious as you bleed out. We can only hope the wounds you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, they'll kill her before she can reach the outside world.
Joachim, he's the narrator. He can only do so much.
I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
This is the end, isn't it? Before you can answer, everything goes dark.
Everything goes dark.
And you die.
And you die.
And you die. Blech.
The beast.
This can go in multiple
You're on a
directions.
path in the
Oh
woods.
boy.
You're here to
Good cabin.
a warning, but she will lie. Does a cat lie to a cornered mouse when it plays with its freedom? Or is it just acting out its nature? I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered. She could have gotten out of there whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell. That's a very roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me and take this seriously. Maybe. The interior of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a long time, wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls. The only furniture of note is a termite-eaten table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement.
We'll take the blade.
You take the blade from the... The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. She growls up the stairs.
I can smell you.
Oh,
Hi.
that's a fun
She
sentence to
sounds
hear.
almost feral, impatient,
I don't think she wants to
eager.
play.
You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a starlit pit. The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room
Yeah, I've
might
definitely
stretch
never
on
seen
forever.
this path.
Brushed against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness. The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere. You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her. Remember, she's just a princess. She is certainly not just a princess.
Yeah.
You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes appear between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you. And a little splinter clutched in trembling hands won't save you from me.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
Where? You're about to attack me, aren't you? Alright, where do you go? I don't.
There's a shift in the humid air, and something enormous
Oh.
emerges from the shadows, her maw unhinged and dripping, her eyes fierce and full of hunger. She is too quick to outrun, too nimble to outmaneuver, too determined to overpower. This is her domain. You are devoured. I guess that's it then, isn't it? Unfortunately for you, no. This isn't it. You are in a dark and caustic place. A thick, fibrous
God
lining
damn.
constructs around
What
you.
the fuck is
Impossible
going
to
on?
Your hands
This is a hell of a final
reach
round.
your surroundings as they compress in on you.
Poladrax,
Your lungs can barely expand.
More
such a tiny
in my
space.
Slay the Princess.
Not that the humid, finite air grants you more than a few shallow breaths at a time.
You spoke when you needed to act.
The liquid pooling beneath you starts to seep into your
God.
skin. You itch, then sting, then burn as the acid begins its slow work.
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let me. You belong down there, it screamed at me. The world is better off without you in it.
The flesh around you rumbles as the princess begins to move, her thundering footfalls twisting you helplessly about. Your skin protests as the corrosive liquid sloshes around you, but there will be no respite for you in sight. The burning grows stronger, and you can feel layers of you being peeled away.
But you don't belong down here. You came from somewhere else. You came from out there. So I consumed your dead heart, and I carried it in my throat, and I draped what was left of you on my back, and I threw myself against that door.
She stops, her muscles tensing around you, and through the muffling layers of her flesh, you hear the whine of straining metal. And with a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching right along with her. Her chains. She's loose.
But even then, it denied me freedom. You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted upwards, the distant creaking of ancient wooden steps barely audible over the thudding of the princess's heart.
And then it was gone, and I was here. A new enclosure, a nicer cage, but still a prison. I learned from my wounds. You're alive now. We can leave together.
Does that work? Could she free herself if we're alive in here? Do you really need me to give you a definitive answer for you to understand that the situation is grim? Stop her. Do something. You still have that steel claw. Tear through her before we are her. Survive. Or we could use it to make this quick for ourselves. If she needs us in order to leave, we could at least deny her that. That is a bad thing to do.
I'm either trying to attack the body itself or kill self. You know what? For the sake of getting a third route, a third princess in this route,
All right.
let's go.
In an act of spiteful defiance, you pull your weapon to your throat, your shaking, ulcerous hand clenched tight around its hilt. And then you draw it across your bubbling veins. Your blood flows out, filling the tiny space inside the princess. You start to fade. A waste of a good life. It's better than giving in to her. But in the end, the opinions of stray voices mean little in the grand scheme of things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
You die. Wild. Boy. Oh.
We
Oh.
are a path in
Yeah.
the woods. We have no beginning, and we have no end. But something cold and unnatural sits watching us from just beyond our edge. His gaze pushes against our borders, curling
This
them in on
something with the
themselves,
final round, or is this
preventing them from
continuing?
This
stretching
is just
to
the path
places
you
they
got.
need to reach.
You're continuing.
No, that's all wrong. You're not a path in the woods, you're on a path in the woods. Who's even saying that? That's not the princess, is it? Oh no. How many times have you been here? I think this is our third? That's bad. That's very, very bad. It wasn't even supposed to reach 2. If you're at 3, well, no wonder things aren't the way they're supposed to be. Let's get our facts straight. What happened last time? What could you have possibly done for things to be like this?
The thing that sits beyond
what's
our
this
edge
symbol?
speaks his logic into us. He tries to grasp at things that cannot be grasped. He tries to stare with wide pupils at that which can only be held from the corner of the eye or with a passing glance.
Shut up. The rest of you, talk. What happened? What did you do?
We're part of her because she consumed us. Can she hear us if we talk?
I can hear everything, little one, but you don't have to be afraid of me. There's no place where you end and I begin. Nothing
This feels very fitting for a final one on
Yeah.
I shouldn't count as
And
her
imagine,
ruling
if you
us.
play your cards right, this could be your
Ourselves.
first fucking path.
We're still here, though. And if we're safe, isn't that better?
What does this one even
I guess
look
this
like?
is- Fine. Doesn't feel half bad. Miles better than being dissolved, anyway. She ate you. And now you're convinced that you're stuck together. What a mess.
He doesn't understand. We aren't convinced of anything, and we aren't stuck together. We're one. This is how we're supposed to be. Can't you feel it?
What is
I'm
he?
not watching you, I'm trying to help you.
That's not an answer to our question.
I don't know what he is. I only know that he is something other, and that he wishes for you and I to tear ourselves apart.
I do want that, but only because it's in your best interest. It's in everyone's
Oh, what's
best
happening to the
interest. You'll
music?
be able to slay her.
Don't worry about
unless
it.
You remove yourself from her.
He wants us to kill each other.
I don't. I
Right,
want
first, I assumed you haven't gone this route before.
Don't be charmed by her.
I
full
haven't,
solidarity.
but I saw
Not
Nico get this
in
route, but via a
together.
different method.
Ah.
She's the only one who
Okay, so
pieces
they can
apart the
intersect
world.
like
She's
that.
trying
Okay,
to make
got
you
ya.
go along with it. You
The
don't have to enable her,
I'll s-
especially when you have what it takes to stop her.
So that's the cool thing. Some routes are connected to chapter 2s. The difference is you get a different voice depending on which route you go into it with.
We push back. It may
Nothing
feel
yet, Jojo.
like he's everywhere, but presence isn't strength. Otherwise, he would have torn us apart by now. There must be a crack in the walls of this prison. There must be a way for us to be free from him.
She's trying to use you. After everything she's done, you should be able to see that. I may not have been around to witness it, but clearly you remember what happened. How about you try remembering how it all felt?
Turn inward and find your freedom.
You fall inward into a network of connections too vast for your mind to occupy. Are you a path in the woods? Are you a body? Can you even grasp the
Does this
fuzziest
princess
edges
even
of
look
the
like?
shapes that confine you?
We can change to fill them
I honestly
together.
don't know how to answer that
You don't
one.
need to be everywhere. We
Is she just nothing?
boundaries.
Nothing but everything?
Remember that some wounds will never heal. Some rifts can never be mended. Even in rebirth, some things never come back the same.
What is he going on about? What does he know about us?
He can't make us quit, no matter how much he tries. He knows that talking's all he can do. Of course he's gonna try and confuse us. You aren't.
Hi, stubborn.
You'll never be whole again. This struggle is meaningless. Whatever you think you're doing, you will fall apart.
We don't need to be made whole. All we need to do is find a single corner of his cage and break it.
Place you need to be, just find it.
You stretch and search and stretch and search, growing as you decay and decaying as you grow. As you strain beyond your limits, the ground around you becomes dry and unstable and crumbles into nothing beneath you. This place will fall apart before you find its end. This task, whatever it is you think you're doing, is impossible. All he has are words, and words aren't real. We're real.
All the more reason to keep trying. Come on, we aren't tired yet.
I can hold us together for a little while longer, so long as you trust me.
He like a tree? Find a way out.
You won't find anything. If I have to starve you, if I have to sacrifice my world to keep the princess at bay, I'll do it.
Don't think it's cold and smooth.
Don't move an inch. Don't grow another blade of grass or harvest the remains of another dying creature so you can expand just that much further. Stop all of this. Right now. I think it's too late for that, mate.
I'm at your side. Shatter it, and free us all.
Shatter!
No, stop!
Is this what he kept from us? Is this why he made us kill each other?
It's beautiful. We need to be there. We won't be safe until we are. We won't be whole.
This was all of us, fighting as one.
Where did it go? Why is everything so cold?
Jojo, the answer is yes.
Mm-hmm.
She's gone.
I did not plan this out so perfectly. Oh my god.
Holy shit!
It doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
Oh boy.
Just keep playing.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
You approach. Alright, what do I look like? Show me the whole thing. Get on. I'm a bird?
I think you know what I am.
Here comes down another thing. Your jacket jar at the broken glass. You, what are you? Are you something like me? You're not me, then what are you? I have many questions for you. Does it hurt when the pieces break off like that? I'm sorry I didn't destroy you. Every time I ask you something, it's like it's you. Are you part of me? Are you something else? Holy shit, it's so Betty. Oh my god. Okay, let's start making our way down.
The narrator.
I gotta say this, you only get so many questions.
Okay.
You needed help after all, an objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Not me, then what are you? I have any questions. Does it hurt me? Every time. Are you or are you something else?
I'm not a part of you. But that's all a matter of perspective, isn't it? From one vantage point I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then what is?
I forgot how loud the mirror shatter is.
I've met you many times. You've been seeing you all along.
I haven't, and that's by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
There are people out there beyond the walls, and they know what they want.
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
What is my true
For
identity?
the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
Ah! What? Hey God.
Actually, you might have something special since you have the wild.
God, how am I supposed to get rid? Stop dying a diamond playing times. Why would you over the world? The princess.
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
You made us some.
You are you. And if you would let everything work the way it was supposed to, you never would have woken up to the reality of your true nature. There's no accounting for free will.
Oh my gosh, so many!
What happened?
Yep. You have options.
Why am I? How am I supposed to? Girl.
I didn't make her a princess, but I wove the idea of her into something your scattered mind could fathom. You chose for that something to be a princess. Are you asking me to spend my final moments psychoanalyzing you? Whatever you viewed her as needed to map on some level to what she was. You couldn't just pick something arbitrary underneath you. I don't know why you settled on a princess specifically, but clearly a princess is what you wanted. Maybe she needed to be beautiful, important, above you, but on a level you could still approach. A herald of things to come. I don't know. Lots are supposed to be beyond comprehension. I really shouldn't try and anthropomorphize you like this.
What is
If that's your belief, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you can't grasp the abject horror of dying.
Lie. Not gonna slay her. I want you to know that before you die for good.
Well, there's no reasoning with a god, even one you've woven into existence yourself. I've said my piece, and my time is up. I'm just an echo, and every echo fades away.
To the cabin one last time.
So, Pat, how does it feel to be a god?
I got a feeling this is one of the later runs people normally get on that.
Here's the thing. This is like you've already gotten the run done. This is like once he shows up like that, you're in the end game.
Hello.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
You know about the Dude. Yeah.
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
Long quiet, but I don't know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
There's so many stories we have left. Let's talk spiritually. I let you out, the entire world ends are good. You can't do that. You're always going to become this, and what's the point of me doing it? There has to be another way. This can't come down to me. Slay the princess, slay the princess. I can leave this place, but I don't know. Okay, making sure. These Explorer ones are actually dialogue onto that, correct? On this, just making sure because the other ones are.
Should be, yeah.
Okay.
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end. Pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
You have to.
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict. My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach, and you cannot rationalize that which defies logic. But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Whoa!
A web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves. The shade of a beautiful beginning we can never return to. Where did you end and I begin? When you felt what it was to be
Oh, that's cool.
we held on to each other and pierced the veil of truth. Will you abandon that curiosity now that we are no longer joined in physicality?
Just a special statement directly. Appeal to your should speak of life, death, and change the stagnation, but what Victor Authority, you have done nothing but lecture me since I got here. The acts of the world cannot exist without you, but I have existed without you. Victor perspective, I won't engage with fire. There it is.
That was the dog.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. I couldn't tell if that was you saying something under your breath or something like that.
Like, legit, one of those at least sounded like you whispering Pat. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
The dog wants the answer.
I'm either thinking stay silent or address this, but just directly. Curiosity comes second to doing the right thing. I still want to know what's out there. I miss what it. Can we go back? That one.
Though that was us before we were us, there is no turning back. For all the Echo's delusion, he still managed to reshape reality itself. Though he could not destroy what could not be destroyed. We are intertwined, but we are separate. To question everything is to deny the truth in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. By believing in your limitations, we placed a shackle on your neck. Bound for eternity, you saw the need for impermanence, and it was through that need that you carved our freedom. Without impermanence, the suffering of living things is infinite. Would you strip my gifts away and leave everyone to suffer in the dark?
Appeal to you. Done nothing but lecture me since I got here. You act as though the world cannot exist without you, but I've existed without you. I won't engage in arguments that favor. I get that there's no need for us to keep fighting all of you. I just don't know how to. Okay, keep exploring for right now. I'll get over it. Torture.
It would. Our purpose is to be and to experience, and their purpose is the same. To be permanent is to cease. To be paused is to be trapped.
Behind your back and a trick behind mine. We dance, revolving and revolving around each other, but forever stuck in place. We both move, and yet we both don't. For each of us watches the other instead of ourselves. But forever is not forever. I move and you react, and both of us break the other. But broken is only a moment in time. To change is to hold the potential to rise above. Would you limit yourself to what you are now? Or would you like to see what you might become tomorrow?
There are no endings, there are no limits, and there's no limits, and there's no difference between. Okay, I have already come for what else? But with time, it could have been better, but train me.
And there is always time. Your love ray tries to stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you, forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
Blind by emotion, we both know that. I want that feeling.
Then there's no need for you to fight with me now. Whenever you're ready, we can move together, hand in loving hand.
Do this one.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you. I love you. It's magnificent. Everything, just like it always has been, and just like it always will be.
Wow.
Yep.
Congrats! You both are now cosmic gods doing whatever.
Alright. Voices in your head.
So yeah, fun thing is, like, I think I've now seen 3 different ways that ending part goes. My run, Nico's run, and your run. Technically 4, because Nico ended up 3.5, because Nico started going down a route he really didn't want to go, so he reset the final section.
Oh.
I know it 100% can't get a bit annoying in a sense because some endings are just variations of one ending because just doing specific things, but you know.
Yeah, like, I got a similar Break the Confines thing, but mine, I remember the image being more like a sunrise for what I was seeing in the visuals.
Yeah, we did get a conversation with the Wraith on to kind of surprised me.
I think you accepted her deal before you reached the Wraith argument.
Oh, would that have been the I want to show you my perspective one? Because at that point, Pat only had 2 choices. Accept the deal or show his perspective.
Might be that one. I know there is a way to see all 5.
Yeah, because not seeing Wraith definitely threw me off.
And an extra special thanks to our little creatures.
And there's your playlist of music. And you've unlocked the gallery.
Vessels and interactions. Happy hunting.
So just take a picture of that.
Excellent discovery. The Wesley falls over else makes so
I believe you make your playlist, it actually opens up Spotify and it makes an actual Spotify playlist of the songs you got.
That's cool. That's cool.
I like this because it's a way like here's the song so you don't accidentally stumble upon something you didn't see yet. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
You should have access to the get memories, yeah.
Give me one quick sec before we begin.
All right.
Another playthroughs. Like, give me 5 minutes, real fast.
I think I saw the screen crack and I just saw the yellow glow. Like just, Pat, with the way you did the wilds, just seeing the screen crack and seeing the yellow glow, knowing the truth was like, God damn the timing.
Alright, yeah, so, if I'm understanding, unfortunately, it sounds like there was an ad that happened right at the finale on the...
God damn it!
Oh no!
Maybe it'll show in, memories?
So you can see all the vessels you've gotten so far.
Oh, it still shows you the tower even though you haven't gone through it. Don't look at that one.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can see all the scenes you got here.
Yeah, basically this was the ending pretty much for that, where we went into the to the infinite horizon together on that.
we accepted her and be like, let's go cosmic exploring together.
So the beast, the witch, the specter, the prisoner, the damsel, the wraith, and the wild. Whoa.
Oh yeah, because depending on what you choose, you can actually see her.
Yeah, because we didn't actually get to see her on that one.
Which on that note, I love the image that the true form shows you during the argument.
Yeah, I know if you actually go to the question marks of it, it does give you a hint of how to reach that. Like, let's see, go to scroll, look at the. Yeah, lock your fears away. She's unarmed, is she?
Bitter to linger with your nightmares and to let them run wild. Meet your equal in combat. You can't know someone you never met. You don't need the world for your happy ending. There are many reasons spirits linger, the flames of passion, the flood of words left unspoken. When you've seen the worst sights of prison of the world can offer, you can always choose to walk away empty-handed. Sometimes the only way to break the vicious cycle is to put your own heart on the line. There are other ways to die to nature than to let it swallow you whole. Better to linger with your nightmares. Sometimes when you cut something out of you, a piece of you leaves. One might resist the fine, but it is very hard to kill a god. There is no shame in failing. Angels and demons are cut from the same cloth, and there is no way, and it's best not to deny a proud being. You need more space. A narrow cave is no place to fight, and there is no place to stay forever.
Yes. And then, yeah.
Damn both of you to complete.
Yeah, do we want to just explain that one, or...
You are unraveled. Yeah, you're like a weird bird god thing.
Yep, bird up.
Like I don't know if you recall, but yeah, when you were on the damsel route, Smitten was saying like we should preen our feathers and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh no, I look a little different in each of these. On that.
Yeah.
Oh.
I guess for right now, all you know is you're a weird bird thing.
Okay. Well.
But yes.
Oh. No. Okay.
Okay, that takes you back. New game.
So new game again. Okay.
You're on a path.
This time, I would probably when we get into a route, I would suggest save in case you want to do a different thing in that.
Okay.
Alright.
You make your
Second
way up
playthrough, let's
short
go.
path of the cabin. She will lie. We're not going to go through with this, right? The interior.
Okay. So I'm gonna save at this point. No.
You take the blade.
Okay. I want to see if we can properly get the tower this time on that.
The door to the basement.
I mean, you're on the way there, then you just walk the fuck away.
Good.
Also, you can technically
Still
get the
listening to
first ending if you want, but well, we want content.
I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop?
Drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands
Okay, let's
and drops
see.
to the floor with an unceremonious
Let's
clap.
see. I know there are several ways to reach the tower. I just gotta.
Because the way you and me first got was we both went full skepticism and asked all the questions.
Don't
And then slay.
that. Princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here. She knows what she'd do.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going
Okay. How long have you been down here?
too long.
Good name.
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your
Yep.
Royal Highness or Her Majesty.
Okay, we talked enough.
Oh, have you decided?
You know.
Okay, I think it was keep her locked down here was what I did before, right? I think that.
You slayed the princess.
Oh wait, I did slay her on that.
Yeah.
You charge the princess, blade trembling.
Yep. Okay.
Yep, you're in the tower.
Okay. Let's see what I was supposed to get the first time on that.
Before we just decide to
Okay.
fuck off.
Before you go any further, she will lie.
You will lie,
She
cheat,
will
cheat.
She will do
She will do
everything
everything in her power to.
Pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation.
Oh,
She probably doesn't
broken.
even need to try to overpower us. Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included. I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter. Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible. So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be.
Alright.
So,
That's what you want.
real quick,
I guess I
do
don't
you want
say.
any extra details on some of that endgame exposition that happened?
I guess a little onto that.
So, first off, yeah, the narrator, his whole thing is he's just scared of death, the concept.
Yeah.
Would suggest. The only
Um,
furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
That plate is very
Well,
high
like,
up.
it-
Blade is your implement. You'll need it if you. Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
Tiny.
But yeah,
Alright,
so
continue.
if you recall, the happy ending he promised us was basically eternity.
Mhm.
But yeah, also, the whole him not telling us everything, yeah, the princess runs off the power of belief. If you believe she can do something, she can do it.
Mm.
So, see also, on that first chapter, whenever we went down there without the knife, she was all nice and innocent. If we came down there with the knife, she was more on edge.
Yeah.
So that's what he meant by it had to be an incomplete
You
picture.
take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and
Or
save the world
just
without
the-
a weapon.
To have the image of Birdman walking up the ladder, get bird thing, and then yeah.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease.
Huh. This is actually kind of nice.
It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably
Would
doing
be
her
a
a
favor.
favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Uh-oh.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her.
Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there.
It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his
He's
ramblings
broken,
get to
I'll
the
bottom.
princess, they get to the princess.
He is broken.
Making your way down the spiral
Oh, boy.
staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers
Whoa!
over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair
Sail up to
billows
the
around
tower.
her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. You brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity. Drop it.
As if on command, the blade slips from your grasp.
Oh,
It
wait.
clatters uselessly to the floor. But we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter.
Okay.
Are you really just going to let that happen to us? I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade. Of course,
The illusion of choice.
she's so much more than us.
Ma'am!
Understand what it feels like to be in her presence. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
God damn it, Joaquin.
sorry. I'm sorry, Mom. No.
Oh, are you still trying to defy me? I said kneel.
Your legs buckle, and your knees hit the floor.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs. I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it? It does. But why did she say the last time we met? That's not right. That can't be right. She's right. We've been here before. And we've died here before. Pitifully. We might as well do what she asks of us and help her. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it? He's being melodramatic, but the point stands. What are we even supposed to do to stop her? Well, I'll be damned. That's not good. Okay. First things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done. The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now. And if you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
Yeah, we do. Because you're supposed to end the world. I have questions. Wait, I didn't. I haven't. Do that then.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart. All you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
Don't be rude. Of course she can. It's not rude to question someone who's apparently trying to end the world. That's exactly why it's rude. We should know our place.
I can, easily. But that isn't what I want to do. The story of a terrible and bountiful god unbounded of her own will is no story at all. It's not worthy of everything I am, or everything I'm bound to become. It isn't even worthy of what I was. The destruction in Genesis that's to follow in my wake is deserving of a song that can echo for eternity. The song of you, being so struck by my glory, so overwhelmed by what I am, that you feel you must deliver me into the world. And from your act of utter devotion and submission springs a new dawn, a better dawn. Submit now.
Oh.
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird. There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
Okay.
I say, perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters. Pick up that needle.
Do it. It's what she wants. No objections here. I don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade. As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer. You reach forward and grasp the blade.
Stand.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad.
Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably going to stand anyway.
You can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce. The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
To defy me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance. Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
What? You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
Oh, we'll end this all right.
Your hand lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
God damn it, Broken.
Light up, princess!
Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you, but you do your best to stagger forward. One step at a time, you move towards the princess.
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson. Plunge that knife into your lungs.
I'm sorry.
Don't! As you take another step forward, the blade digs into your ribs, slicing through flesh with ease. It somehow feels like an entirely natural thing to do, while the simple act of walking has become an arduous impossibility. Then it slides back out, the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh orifice. Blood fills your lungs.
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
Those are just words. You don't have to listen to her.
It's what she wants.
You, heroic one, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop him from killing you. I'm on it. Your other hand locks around your wrist, struggling to keep it from perforating vital organs. But the blade still flails towards you, managing to slice bits of skin that plop to the floor to join the growing pile of blood and gore beneath you. Despite the pain, you manage to keep yourself in one piece, at least for now.
What a pitiful display. A wounded little bird thinking it can defy a god. It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that punctured vessel for the next. Or you can pathetically struggle against yourself until the floor of this temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
You continue to approach the princess, even as the repeated gouges of your blade expose bone and muscle to the open air of the basement. You know, this would be a lot easier if you gave us a hand. My influence only goes so far, and I can only juggle so many things at once. The best I can do right now is to continue to drive you forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal would be so much easier if I didn't have to contend with free will.
You're the one making things difficult. You're the one making us hurt. She doesn't want to hurt us. She's just doing what she has to.
Stop.
As you finish crossing the room, you fall to your knees at the princess's feet, your chest heaving as your blood pools in the crevices of the stone floor, the coppery taste coating your throat. The princess kneels down, lifting your chin with her finger as her face lowers to yours.
Your devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion. But something about your defiant spirit speaks to me. You are different than you were before. Perhaps, if you've learned your lesson, I can spare you from the release of death.
That's a little demeaning, isn't it? Yes, how thoughtful of her.
It's a mercy. Take it.
I think he's given up whatever say he had at the start of all this. At least one of you is sane. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows you have what it takes to put an end to her. Seize the moment before it's too late.
Slay the princess!
No.
Yes. Though your body trembles, struggling to defend itself in the face of the princess's overwhelming will, you You finally manage to break through, darting to her side before she can react. The wind of your freedom rushes through you, and you channel it into a decisive blow, stabbing into the soft flesh of her ankle and severing the tendons in an act of unyielding defiance.
Get the shins.
Achilles
She
heel.
falls to the floor, crashing unceremoniously to her knees. But you don't give her any time to recover, your heart pounding with
Did he just
determination.
leap?
You plunge your blade into her chest.
We're birds, we can
Got
fly.
Find your target again and again.
We got bad
She
hops.
laughs, crude emotion breaking through her once stony composure as your blade cuts her flesh.
This is not gonna end well.
We can do this, can't we? You always could. The decision to give you this task was not made lightly. You're here for a reason.
It's not too late to pick up the pieces. It's not too late to toss that blade aside and beg for forgiveness.
Fuck off, Broken.
I can't believe you would actually strike me. You heathen! You worm! You defiler! You don't know the consequences of your arrogance!
Before you can strike the final blow, the princess lashes out, knocking you off your feet. There's an unsettling wet pop as your spine breaks, numbness and pain spreading through your body. As you rebound towards the ceiling in a moment of disorientated lightness, she drives her fist into your chest. Your body is crushed as she pulverizes you into the floor, the ground itself breaking from the impact. You lie there, broken, beyond pain, unable to even see what she's done to you. But the princess is succumbing to her own wounds as well. She looks down upon her body in abject horror and disgust.
You made me use my hands. I can feel myself twisting into something new, something dull, something defiled. What have you done to me?
You're monsters and conspirators. I can't bear to watch this.
The princess has been nothing but cruel to you. You should feel liberated by her fall.
But I don't feel liberated. I feel empty.
Aside from the pain, I feel fine. She collapses to the floor. Her glassy eyes watch, unblinking, yet somehow still full of anguish and fear, as the two of you perish together. I suppose we were never gonna get a happy ending here, were we? Don't let those be your final thoughts. You saved the world. That's worth something. I guess. Regardless of how you feel about it, it's finally over. Thank you. Everything goes dark, and you
died. The fury.
I hope y'all have a strong stomach.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Oh no.
You're on a path.
Oh.
And at the end of the path... Okay, what the hell is that? I think he's upset. What's he upset about? He just killed a god.
Exactly. You heathens destroyed the most beautiful thing that ever was, and ever will be.
Can't say I have much sympathy for you. She was bad for us, and you almost got us killed. You're being too generous. He did get us killed. All right, enough chatter. Got a thing I'm supposed to do, and if you don't mind...
Oh, what was
I'd like to
stubborn
do it without
from?
any
What
more
path was that
interruptions.
from?
Okay, great.
We've gotten stubborn a few times, I think.
I don't think you reached the main route with stubborn
About the
yet.
princess? Don't waste your breath.
I know we got
know
stubborn
all about
earlier,
her.
at
It's
least.
hardly a path in
What
the woods
route
at
was
this
it?
point, is it? Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return.
Oh yeah,
Whatever
stubborn was
happens
in
next,
the
that's
wilds.
it. There won't be any more
yeah.
debates, so you'd better take things seriously.
I feel like
No, that's broken.
didn't get my.
Yeah, Broken is probably my least favorite of the voices, for reasons you can guess.
Yeah.
No.
Good, we're all on the same page. It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill.
Keep in mind, this is the path we would have initially gotten on that.
I know.
I'm answering this.
That's it.
Basically, I'm answering this like it was the first time through onto that. Is what I'm
I
doing
figured.
for this
The
route.
advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard.
And fun thing is, if I'm remembering my pathing right, yeah, we would have gotten the same first route so far.
So-
Things can go back to how they were before.
Oh, cut it out, will you? We need to be tough right now. You're making it so much harder than it has to be, so stop whining.
So, fun fact, this is one of the routes that got expanded in the pristine cut, so...
Long forgotten.
Yeah, so odds are it will go differently for you than it did for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Arched roof, vaulted windows.
There are two ways they can go.
Starlight. But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat. That's horrible. You did this. The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to.
You might want to save here in case you want to try different options. There you go.
Mirror? There is no mirror. There's the pedestal, the blade sitting on the pedestal.
Just tell us where the door is. I'd like to get back to fighting.
I don't know what to tell you. There isn't.
What are you trying to say?
He thinks we've lost it.
That's an unnecessarily melodramatic way to describe a.
It's in our way.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the pedestal. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Good. Nothing feels better than gripping cold steel.
Approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You really don't, do you? How strange. It's a bit grimy. Why don't we wipe it clean? Wipe what clean? Are you still on about that mirror? It's not real. I'd know about it if it were real. No, we can't doubt our eyes like that. It has to be real.
Smash it. Smash it to pieces. It's the only thing keeping us from her.
Don't you want to know what we'll see in there? We won't be able to see anything if we smash it.
Nah, I'm into this one. Smash it. Let's get violent already.
Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time.
So a slight correction on my end. I was checking with Sophie on something, and I think I might have picked a different choice near the end of tower, but...
Smash
You
it!
bring your fist crashing down against the door leading to the basement. As
Knock,
if on
knock.
command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead. Why am I not surprised? You step forward into the darkness. The stairs leading down to the basement
Oh,
are at once
boy.
both narrow and grandiose. A high vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped.
God, I forgot how
Once
good this
exposed
song
and
is.
claustrophobic. The air is thick, its odor an oppressive.
So
violence.
is this one considered the most nightmare fuel one?
Twisting,
Or-
No.
embers
No.
Honestly, it really depends on what you would consider the most nightmare fuel, but this one is
Rage roars up the stairs.
very
Was severing the
nauseating.
not enough for you.
The chapter
Was it
3s
not
in
enough
general
to
get
win by
crazy,
my heart?
but like, I know what I'd call the most
Come
nightmare
see
fuel
the
one.
horrors you've wrought
I mean,
upon
the
my
Wraith
flesh.
one was
Put
pretty
my
up
hand set
there.
upon your throat.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
right
yeah,
was up
she
there.
is.
See
But
how you soured my
I know which one I'm
once
thinking
divine
of.
melody.
She's so angry with us. Why? Why did you desecrate her? Why couldn't I stop you?
You've got to stop thinking about her like that. It isn't doing anyone any good.
She's not some untouchable god. She's an abomination, and we're going to put an end to her
Oh, wait,
once
hold
and
on.
for
Oh,
all.
I think I know why I'm remembering Fury then. If I didn't go down this route myself, I think Nico took this route.
She's an
Ah.
abomination, then what does
That sounds about right.
She was going to end the world last time. If I might interject, you didn't make her into an abomination. She's always been what she is. It's why you're here, and it's why your task is so important.
Alright.
Make your way to the bottom of the stairs. The chamber's walls are
Whoa.
paved in blood, a deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone. The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a
Top tier design on having a heart out.
Oh, yeah, no, Fury's got a sick as hell design.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh. And then, with a nauseating sound, the skin tears. It plops to the ground, and she pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings. She is loose, and she is coming for you.
Oh lord, she coming.
her ending? It's the punishment you all deserve for what you did to her. It's the punishment I deserve for letting
God, the
it
heartbeat in the background.
Yeah.
We can win. We've done it before and we'll do it again, only this time we'll make it out the other side. Hell, she's practically done most of the work for us.
Up on tour of the world, eh?
But you give me done a full route. I also gotta say, I feel like I've said this before, but yeah, no, both VAs did amazing work.
These are just these are just the same option.
Do you want to go in no words? You go, I'm going to end you, you creature.
Slide up, princess.
Your heart free of fear, you charge towards the princess. Your eyes
Now we're going
locked
full
on each
Nico
other,
here.
both of you prepared to lay down your very essence in one blow.
Ah,
It's
fuck.
now or never. Let's make it a beautiful blaze of glory. With a horrifying
Whoa.
squelch, you are unwound.
Whoa.
No, that's not.
Yeah.
She can't just do that.
Trails.
Unfortunate, I know, but reality is reality.
You should all just be grateful she's decided to keep us alive. Even in her defilement, she is merciful.
We're not out for the count just yet.
Give me my insights back.
Get these insides back.
I killed you last time. I swear on everything I'm going to find a way to kill you again. I only killed you last time because you're going to end the world. We can talk this out. I'm sorry for what I did. It was the... Killing each other forever. No time for it. Step forward and engage your enemy. Engage your enemy!
Skin flayed and organs
Why
fractured.
do I hear Zeno like me? Yeah.
That's right. She'll never
I didn't hear no
stop
bell.
Still, you defy your god. I've made the mistake of underestimating your resolve before. Never again.
You swing for her heart. What's left of you explodes. So that's it. It's over. Just like that.
Of course it's over. It's been over since the very first moment we laid eyes on her.
This is the final note of your discordant melody. You will not return again, because you will live in that single tone forever.
No! No! It's not over! We're a god killer! We've returned from death itself twice!
Didn't you hear her? We're not dead.
What's the difference? From many perspectives, there isn't one. But functionally, that is, from your perspective, the difference is massive. You are entirely laid bare, spread to each corner of the room, yet you are wholly aware of the state you're in. Incapable of movement, but entirely capable of perception. In fact, perceiving your state is the only thing you can currently do. You are preserved.
perfectly in the amber of her torment.
We're more than this. We've lost bodies before. We just have to lose this one and make another.
I can't. Let me get this vessel for the next.
Absolutely not. I refuse to let you just decide to die with your task unfinished. If you die here, the world is doomed.
You died. That's great. At least a grip of what's left of your flesh and blood, and that you are still here.
Your Honor. Are you already at the Princess? This place is different. Rotten. Death all around us. I want to go back.
So you've returned already, and I remain here. Is this our final destination?
The Princess tilts her head to look at you, and with a gesture, you are unwound. Again? Already?
Why are we going all
Clearly, I left
comic
you
book
into a
on
group
this
last
one?
time.
You'll
Perhaps
see.
This cell will hold you better.
You know what to do. Again.
Die again! And you look at your body, again you find yourself here, but somewhere
Honor,
else.
she's gorgeous.
Oh god.
Absolutely divine.
You, guy who describes things, you better start saying what we do this time.
And what are you doing?
Attacking her, obviously.
Right. You charge towards the Princess and...
There is no spark in you, only matter devoid of life.
you explode.
Again.
And again. You still go. You're living once
On
more.
path? We are not on a fucking path. I have no idea where we are.
We're in the middle of a fight, so act like it.
So you are.
Our head's getting crowded.
You
That's the
dive
first.
towards
That's the
Princess
first
and
F-bomb of the whole game, isn't it?
Yes, her head
Maybe?
swivels creakily on
Think
her
so.
neck, fire in her eyes as your body unravels with winding pain.
No.
Again.
This is just the Dark Souls method right here. Just keep dying.
What?
You can't. We're undead. We can keep going.
My brain went for comparison that I can't say for spoiler reasons.
You narrate.
No time, narrate now!
Yes, of course. Pristine blade grasped firmly in your hands, you fly towards the princess before she can turn to face you. We might actually do it this time.
I can feel that body of yours slicing through the air. How many more times will I have to scatter you?
As she turns towards you, the very essence of your being begins to flake away. Your muscles, then organs, then nerves laid bare and screaming as the rest of you is stripped of substance. Oh, boo-hoo. It's just a body.
It just needs to last long enough to sink this blade into her heart.
Yeah, Brandon, he's called stubborn for a
You
reason.
are disintegrated. Everything goes dark.
How many times do I need to pulverize you before you finally understand? You are nothing. An empty void that dared to dream it was alive.
That feels right.
If we're nothing, then why are we still here?
Because we always have been. If we're nothing, then
Oh?
how can we do anything? The same way we always have. Being nothing has never stopped us. Now end this. End her.
You cannot win if you cannot be.
And this. There's Princess Art.
How? I've scattered the atoms you clung to and there was nothing there to find. You can't exist.
It's over.
Oh, I think I understand you now. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do the things I did to you. I don't think I knew what I was doing.
She sounds genuine. They always do in the end.
It's cold, but I'm going to be okay, right?
And that was the theory.
She's gone.
So, you know, I'll explain once we reach the shifty
begging
mount, I
you,
guess.
don't.
You're him.
You approach the mirror.
I can't
Whoa.
imagine how that would feel for the narrator during that route.
All right, let's see this girl.
Oh boy.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
All right, to properly explain, in the original version, you just reached the Fury. She's about to do something to you, and then the chapter just ended, just to showcase how much of an expansion Pristine Cut did to this one route.
God, yeah. So you just exploded, and that was the end of the route on that.
She was about to explode you, and then the Long Quiet came in and claimed her as a vessel.
Oh.
So Pristine Edition actually
Wait, hold on.
okay, but what if we actually fought her or do something? And second, I do recommend, if you want to go back to that and just let her obliterate you, because it's definitely a route ending I don't see a lot of people do.
All right.
So
Now I'm confused because, like, I remember the route name I got in the run of Vanilla, but also the way you described Pre-Pristine Fury is similar to what I got. So now I'm very fucking confused.
you played Slade the Princess before the Pristine Cut, right?
Reach forward and drag
Yeah,
your
and I
hand
could have
across the
sworn
body
I got a
of
route that
guard.
starts with
So
an
while
A.
not surprised, you step forward into the dark.
That might be still be the other one, because that other route had a similar reason ended.
She was gifted.
Oh, okay. So those two had similar ways they went Pre-Pristine Cut.
Yeah. It's like
Okay.
The nausea
That explains a lot.
sand the skin. She is loose.
blah 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 blah.
I refuse to go out any way that isn't kicking.
Let her end you.
You stand, arms outstretched, facing the bleeding princess as she bounds towards you. With a horrifying squelch, you are unwound. No, that's our stuff. She can't just do that. She just did. Unfortunate, I know, but reality is reality.
You should all just be grateful.
We're not out for the count, but we didn't even bring a weapon.
Yes, because we knew it was over.
No weapon this time? It's almost as if you were planning on dying here. As if I'd grant you such a mercy. No! We're going to make this last forever. Let's see how deep we need to dig to find the defiant little spark of your soul. This will hurt you.
Something infiltrates you. Though you do not see it, you feel it, slithering into your disaster of a body, seeping into the gaps between your molecules. The body of a sapient creature has, on average, 30 trillion cells. And each one of those cells is composed of one...
That's all we got, Ad. I'll wait.
God damn it.
I'll wait.
But yeah, Triforce, to explain, I think all third paths to the tower had the expansion on them, so.
Okay. But was there another third path?
No, it's just essentially they took the path and gave you more options, which...
Okay, because the way you worded it made it sound like there was another chapter 3 on that route.
The Fury be like, I can see you hiding in the pause menu, come back! Alright. I'm I'm back on my end. Is everyone good down there?
Alright, chat, tell me, are we back? Are we back from ads at this point? Let me know. Let me know when we are back from ads. We back?
Okay, I see one back.
Also, Brenda, I mean, you're subscribed, so you're...
Yeah, if you're subscribed, or in my case, using the Prime subscription, you won't get ads.
Yeah, you won't get ads. You get any ads.
Oh.
And we're like, okay.
Alright. It's hard to tell which one's had and which one hasn't. Alright.
From the others. 100 trillion atoms.
Back to dying.
Oh, yeah.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Yes? I think.
Mm-hmm.
Then 2 are peeled away. Then 4. This is nothing. Nothing! 8. 16. 32. 64.
Whatever is happening to us, it's happening faster.
128. 256. 512.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
1024. 2048. 4096. 8192.
I feel small. Smaller than before.
16,384. 32,768. 65,536. You can't just count us into oblivion. 131,072. What happens when it gets higher? Like, really
oh wait, no.
higher?
Is that how it is?
Nothing. Just like nothing's happening now.
But something is happening now. Something in us is liquefying. Something that started small but that keeps getting bigger.
1,048,000. The hundreds don't matter anymore.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
2,096,000. I don't like this waiting.
Waiting for something to happen. But it's taking so long.
16,768,000. 33,000,000.
I will be back. I need to check something.
536,000.
That's fair.
67 million.
Are you still there?
We're still dying!
Still you?
There's the pain. I can feel it now. But we can handle this. We can't let her win.
We can't handle anything. We're at her mercy.
268 million. You don't need to count anymore. Your lungs fill with liquid. You smell things you shouldn't. You choke on pieces of what used to be you. It doesn't matter, because we're still alive. You are deconstructed. You are reconstructed. The square you. A round you. A you with too many legs. A you with many
What the
mouths
fuck did I come
that
back to?
stop screaming. Then all of it pressed into a ball, tightly packed.
Body horror!
Fist. What does you even mean anymore? We just keep changing into horrible things we can't control. Make it stop, please.
Like,
Make it
she was
stop.
there was
Please
counting, and then
make it
what
stop.
happened?
You means we exist. There has to still be a way for us to win.
She's
Otherwise
she's
this would be
unwinding us.
pointless, and all this torture would be for nothing.
You're right about one thing. It is torture. But it isn't pointless. The whole point is that it's torture.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Yes. The ball is unraveled into the shape of a body. The skin peels off in a corkscrew. The eyes are plucked. The organs arranged in the air in a neat row.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
No.
Yes.
You are stretched into a line 12 feet
This
long.
is such a
then
long
24,
one on
then
that.
48. The line gets thinner as
Goddamn.
you get longer. A mile. 2. 4. 8.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Yes.
16. 32. 64.
No.
And then, all at once, there is a great rewinding, and all of the disparate threads that once were you fall dutifully back into place. You are whole again, and in your body, the same body you arrived in. The princess stands before you, her dress of skin more tattered than before, her face sullen.
It's all hollow. I ripped you to pieces. I broke your will, but it means nothing. I am forever a piece unfinished, a song with no refrain. We're so different. How could I ever hope for you to understand me?
She stands, arms outstretched, neck craned, gaze transfixed on something unseen above you both.
But perhaps there is a way to grant you understanding. Perhaps there is a way to make myself whole once more.
You are unwound again. But it's different this time. Nothing slithers into your cells. You can feel something changing inside of you. But you see her changing too. Threads, strands of you, becoming pieces of something new. Something that's both you and her. Oh no, absolutely not. You have to stop this. Do you hear me? You have to stop this, or the entire world ends.
You ready? Oh, it's towards her.
Yes, yes! See me as I have had to see you! No, this isn't right. I feel cold.
Goddamn.
That is a wild ass route on that. Does she still come up as the same one? Onto that? I'm curious. Oh no, it's different.
Yep.
Something finds me
Goddamn.
in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel. Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. There is passion and empathy buried under her unfeeling skin. She will make for a weathered heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
That's a wild fucking route.
What?
Yeah.
What's the other unique one?
The one I'm thinking of, you get by giving up during the tower.
No. I'm saying for like unique dialogue options, onto that.
Oh.
It is more. It is indeed asking what the vessel is.
Okay. Vessel is there any other one, or that it?
Yeah, though I'm trying to figure something out because. Okay, no, I figured it out. Yeah, this is the, I was trying to see if I can find another, there was another ending I remember of this, but you can only do it if you go to this, this route with another from another route, so you're good now.
Oh.
Yeah, to show you the rabbit hole of how these decisions go.
All right, we will go back to our.
Let's go. Yeah. So.
All right.
So the gift. Do you know the narrator? Yeah.
Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond.
I was so ready to show you this one, and then you're like, you have to do another path first. Fuck! Alright, kill yourself.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
Ma'am, please end me.
As
Make me forget. There.
All right.
So that was the Fury.
Yeah. So hold on. Let's go back to menu. Nope. On the save menu.
But yeah, go figure. Nico got the fight with all the voices in your head route.
Fury. Okay, so that was not the heart one.
No, they are technically the same. I don't think it shows heart. Because yeah, if you go there, yeah, it shows all of that.
But the place is there, even there. Really?
What are you?
Done.
Yeah, I think these are the options if you went on a different. If you reach here on a different route.
Yeah, the game be expansive.
Oh, actually, hold on. Load that back up. I think it needs to end. I think it needs this to end properly. On that for.
Make me forget.
Okay.
Let's. Does it save the heart? I don't know if it does. We'll see.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. Yeah, you gotta
Okay.
save for these.
Oh god, there's one more. Oh no! Good god.
Yeah, and I think it's locked in the other route.
Okay, I can understand how this gets fucking crazy on that shit. See more.
Yeah.
Oh, no, go back. Go back. Yeah, okay. Memories. Yeah, how much more? Wow, there's still quite a bit more onto this one. Because
Yep.
Obviously a lot more on end of everything.
Well, yeah, there's all the different confrontations.
Oh
there's
god,
the
Beast
different
has a
actual
lot
endings.
more on that.
Yeah, because you got each and immediately.
Yep, you hesitated.
Spectre. Witch. Still quite a bit on that one. Prisoner. Okay, prisoner, we actually got a fair bit on that one. Damsel. Oh, these ones are also part of their route onto that.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, only a couple more on this one. We
I
got
think
most of the rape.
that one might be more if you actually allow her to get out.
Yeah, probably on that one. Okay, I understand. There's a lot more to this game.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Alrighty then. So I think I don't know exactly what we call like the end of a playthrough kind of deal for what Slay the Princess would actually be onto that. I guess the goal to get to every princess at least one time onto that, probably, but like
Yeah.
Yeah, this is hard to call of like what's a cutoff point onto that, you know, for her.
Maybe at the very on the bright side, it looks like as long as you reload and save, that is still considered saved a part of the memory bank. So that makes it a lot more easier if you want to.
Yeah,
play
I think
around.
we'll do that going forward onto that to try and do that more for.
Yeah, and there's also specifically there's technically two under endings you can possibly get playing normally, and there is an ending that you can only reach if you were violent with the princess the entire time.
Hmm.
And that's a one added for the pristine cut. So.
Okay.
So, it might be for something to have at least one playthrough where you're just an asshole and kept killing the princess, and one where you're a mix between all of them. It also depends on what vessels you want to see an endgame as well.
Yeah. Okay. Well, technically, so far on this playthrough, we are technically on full. Would the path that we took on the Fury for that be a full killing curve one? Would that count for that one so far?
I think the one where you stab her counts as killing.
Okay. So that would be the one we were on the Spectre path for initially? I'm just thinking because, like, we did attack her, like, pretty much the entire time on the Fury path.
Yes, the path where you this path where you actually finished her off and slayed her, that counts as, I think that does count as the violent option.
Okay.
So you're good with that. It's the path where you let her unravel you does not count as killing her.
Okay. So I think what the plan for next time, I'm probably just gonna keep continuing on that path for that, so we can get that ending onto that then. If we're already naturally on that one, so.
Yeah, and there's also, and I think the only other, aside from also getting out of the princesses, there's also what I call the three special routes, which were added in the pristine cut, which I definitely want you to do because they are considered one of the fan favorites.
Okay, so we're gonna be on this game for a bit.
Yeah,
If you want to see everything.
Yeah. God, these might be more like 2.5 hour streams, kind of going for just to squeeze even more out of these or something like that.
Maybe we can make it like two a week if it allows us. Depends.
I'd be down for doing that probably onto that. We would just have to see what schedule works with, because I think it is just us three, so I might be able to work around onto that. So we'll talk about that. We'll see how consistent we can make these on that. But yeah, that'll do it for this week. Thank you for watching, and we will see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye.